this is dkdynamite for an unexpected commentary this afternoon in regards to the future of not just Call of Duty, but more specifically round-based zombies. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new coverage going up over on dkdynamite.com, expanding on all the content you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of articles on the website, and plenty of tweets, of course, every single hour on Detonate's Twitter. Now, I know Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 isn't even out yet, but there's been a ton of rumors circulating over the last week or so about Black Ops 2024. I'll probably make a separate video really soon recapping a ton of the brand new rumors that have appeared for multiplayer, even zombies, and I did make a video a few days ago talking about all the evidence thus far that a little version of round-based may be coming to MW3 zombies at some point, either early next year or something like that. But what about 2024 round-based zombies, right? What about the next Black Ops game? Well, the first thing I want to mention is that the next Black Ops game is set to have some high expectations surrounding it, considering that it's the first COD, I think, in forever that has a 4-year development cycle. We haven't seen a COD have that long to be cooked, so I'm really excited to see what Treyarch brings to the table, especially in terms of zombies. Black Ops Cold War was their last COD that came out in 2020. After that, we had Vanguard, then Modern Warfare 2, and now Modern Warfare 3. So they've had a whooping 4 years to work on the new Black Ops title, so without a doubt, they should be cooking up something really exciting for campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. We know Black Ops 3 had a 3-year-ish development cycle, and Black Ops 4 should have had one, but so much of that game got scrapped. There were so many developmental issues behind the scenes that that game didn't release as polished as it should have, but it was still an ambitious project. Cold War, however, was a pandemic-made game that they had very little time to make, and it was also Sledgehammer's to begin with. They stepped in late. I think it was towards the end of Black Ops 4's DLC cycle to go ahead and turn that game into a Black Ops title. So that game is a miracle considering how good it is and considering how short of a dev time they had to actually work on it. Now, according to Windows Central, an outlet that I actually haven't heard of before, but this is an outlet that covers anything to do with Microsoft, Windows, and Xbox, a bit of gaming now as well. According to them, the 2024 Call of Duty title will be set in the Gulf War in the 90s, and apparently the working title right now is indeed Black Ops Gulf War. This makes sense zombies-wise as well, since at the end of Forsaken, we're, 5 years in the future? We're in the 90s by that point in the zombie story, so there's plenty of material to pull from there in terms of Dark Ether, but I think in terms of campaign, lots of material as well for the Iraq War and the Gulf War, and they mentioned in the article here that it's focused on the CIA and will examine the United States' role during the conflict. They also mention other details in regards to multiplayer, like the fact that apparently we're going to see remasters such as WMD and Grind inside of the game, but I don't really believe that those maps will be available on launch. It's possible, but keep in mind, whenever they're making a new Call of Duty, they often test older maps to make sure things are up and running, to make sure things are running smoothly. Could they release those maps as actual ones? Absolutely, but those are probably just maps that are helping them test things, but probably won't be available day one, although I could be wrong about that. But what's even crazier about this article is that according to Windows Central and according to their sources, Activision is considering offering weeks of early access to the 2024 Zombies mode via a pre-order. Now, that would be something drastically different than what we've ever seen, especially for zombies. What we've seen for zombies in the past is maybe a pre-order bonus being an extra map, like the Giant in Black Ops 3, like Classified if you got the Black Ops Pass for BO4. That's the most we've seen. We've never seen early access to zombies. We've never had a zombies beta. This could be the beginning of something truly special for zombies if it is executed correctly. Now, I've seen a lot of feedback to this in various tweets and YouTube comments. Here's the thing, right? And I kind of agree with this take that I've seen. It's better if whatever this early access zombies mode isn't round-based, but could be some type of onslaught or outbreak type experience. If it's, let's say, an outbreak type mode like we just got with MW3, that's something I wouldn't mind getting early access to before the launch of the game. But round-based, I think I'd be okay with it if, let's say, it's a remastered round-based map, or maybe a smaller scale round-based map, not the big main one that should be saved for day one. That's how I think they should do it, but I think it would be really different if, for whatever reason, we have multiple weeks of early access to a zombie map. Then after that campaign early access drops, then the full launch of the game just comes with the multiplayer, even though there was a beta for the MP a few weeks or a few months before that. It'll be very different to see Call of Duty release modes that way. I mean, like I said a couple of weeks back, people were asking if MW3 zombies would be given early access. I just think in terms of polishing, they probably shouldn't do that unless the mode or the map is absolutely ready to go. Then I can get behind it, but there's also another issue where if somebody out there for some reason reason wants to go into the new Zombies experience spoiler-free without any guides, with no cutscenes being posted about the story, they'll have to just get off the internet, right? That's up to that player or that person to just avoid social media if that's the case. But I also could foresee an issue where people out there are upset that weeks before the launch of the game, people out there have already beaten the main Easter egg, got the ending cutscene, know all the steps, figured out the side Easter eggs. Will that impact or tarnish how a launch window is supposed to go for a zombie map? I really wonder what consequences this could have if this is indeed true. Now, there's another way we can go about this that you guys might also like, and that's the fact that if the rumors are true right now, that apparently there'll be 2 different round-based maps available during launch of Black Ops 2024. One is set in a city, one is set on an island with an underground prison. If they're gonna go ahead and do that, what if they release one of those maps a few weeks early, and then the other map on day 1 at launch in end of October, early November? If they do that, then that's something that I was asking for during Black Ops 4, something that I brought up on several previous podcasts. You've probably heard me talk about this before, but I think if you're gonna do multiple round-based maps at launch, at most, do 2 day 1. Don't do 3 or 4 day 1 like we did with Black Ops 4. Now, the more maps, the merrier, absolutely, but if you space them out, that significantly prolongs the health and interest and engagement in that Zombies experience, right? What if they would have dropped Black Ops 4 with just Blood of the Dead and Classified as a pre-order bonus? Then a week or 2 after launch, they drop in 9 and Voyage of Despair. If they would have spaced things out that way, and if the game was obviously stable without blue screens and whatnot, I think that would have really helped the launch window of Black Ops 4 significantly. So maybe they've learned from that, and that's what they want to do with Black Ops 2024, to where a few weeks before launch, if you pre-ordered, you get access to the city map, or whichever map, and then on launch day, you get access to the other one. That would actually be amazing, and would ensure that people out there aren't just focusing on speedrunning the Easter egg hunt and going for achievements, and then, throwing the map out and discarding it, or writing it off and saying, oh, there's no content, the game's dead, when's the next map coming out? I think it would help if you space the release out of those 2 experiences. But with this report, this makes it seem like Activision is not only really confident in Treyarch's next title, but the return of round-based, right? I think it makes the most sense to not do round-based in Modern Warfare 3, unless, like I said before, you take some of the story act missions or some small section of Urzikstan and you just throw an Onslaught Containment LTM onto that space for the sake of camo grinding, for the sake of just being able to kill zombies quickly. If you do that, that's cool, but if you build up more anticipation for the return of round-based, that can really help the launch window of this next Black Ops game. So if they're confident, if they feel like the round-based mode is polished for the next Black Ops, then sure, I guess, maybe drop 1 or 2 of the maps a couple of weeks early if somebody pre-orders. Go right ahead, but I think if there are 2 maps on day 1, maybe dropping one of those early and one of those on launch day might be the best bet if it's handled correctly. But what I wouldn't want to see is one of the maps, or even both of them, releasing early via pre-order, early access, and then the maps being significantly broken, crashing, stability issues. Now, there's also a slim chance, but again, this is a big slim one, that they give, let's say, a week or 2 early access to a new zombie map, and they release everything but the main quest. Side Easter eggs are available, any other things, but the main quest doesn't go live until launch day. That's always a possibility too, but I doubt they'll end up doing that. There's also a rumor going around that I wanted to add to this video, considering it's a bit of a zombies focused one. Apparently, Gobblegums are set to return. I believe some of the usual data miners and leakers found strings and references in MW3's files, or something's files, that Gobblegums are coming back, but not for MW3, but for Black Ops 2024. I just wouldn't want to see them return in the same sense that we saw in BO3, where it's something but gambling to go ahead and get some of the overpowered ones. I'm not excited about that, but if they bring Gobblegums back in a different way, to where it's something that you can grind for free and there isn't really a way to buy them, then I think that would be a lot more balanced and would avoid potential issues where people out there are losing their Gobblegums and just closing app to get them back. Although BO4 fixed that with elixirs, you couldn't close your app to save them. I wouldn't want to see a case where people out there are just spamming and abusing something that makes the game that much easier. I think as of now, if they could bring that back in a different way, I'd be down for it, but not through gambling. Now, something else to consider is that Call of Duty 2024 might be the first title to release day 1 on Game Pass. There's a lot of significant changes coming to the COD franchise, beginning with the next Black Ops game. It's the end of PlayStation exclusivity, so we're not going to be seeing an Onslaught or survival mode locked behind a year of console exclusivity. We're not going to be seeing combat packs anymore, unless they just drop for all platforms at once, or maybe just for the Xbox. It's going to be a bit of a different year for COD overall, so I'm not surprised that Activision's probably interested, or Microsoft higher-ups are interested, in trying things a little bit differently with the launch window, with early access, with pre-orders, with betas even. Not surprised about this one bit, but one thing that seems very likely now is that we're going to be getting 3 years in a row of Call of Duty Zombies, right? We had a bit of a year hiatus with Modern Warfare 2. You can almost consider Vanguard a year of hiatus unless you guys played that a little bit. This Black Ops 2024 title might either get 2 years of support. It could be the first COD to actually get multiple years of DLC without another COD releasing in between, or we end up getting a carry forward situation where you get a Black Ops game also released in 2025 with more zombies, with a bunch of remasters, and allows you to carry forward all your content from 2024. Totally possible, right? There's a rumor going around that apparently a 2025 COD title is set to release all Black Ops 2 2012 maps inside of that game's multiplayer, so it'll be like MW3, where it has all 2009 MP maps, beautifully remastered day one for the launch content. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting remastered zombie maps bundled with that game, whereas 2024's Black Ops title focuses on all new content, new maps, and new environments. I think that would be cool to save a quote-unquote Chronicles 2 for whatever 2025 drop we end up getting. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. The future of Call of Duty is very, very interesting, especially when you talk about zombies. So many cool things in the pipeline, really exciting plans that apparently are in the works. Let me know how you feel down below about the possibility of seeing early access, weeks of early access I should say, to a potential round-based map or some other zombies experience. Plus let me know what you think about everything else we discussed. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out everybody.